tell you where to stand. They tell you what to say. Smile for all the people, then quietly fade away. They call it being chosen, they call it being seen, but no one talks about what it does to your dreams. You learn to hear the clapping before it even comes. You measure every feeling, bite your tongue and smile some. You trade a piece of truth for a moment in the sun, and hope when it is over you're still someone. They call them stars shining from afar, but light is lonely when it's all you are. They rise so fast, then fall so far. That's the price of being stars. I've watched them in the mirror, learning how to glow, practicing their laughter so no one ever knows how quiet it gets after the curtain meets the floor, when nobody is waiting at the door. They call them stars, names written in the dark, but every bright beginning leaves a mark. You give your heart to be where they are. That's the cost of being stars. Maybe it's not failure to step out of the light. Maybe truth sounds softer when it's not amplified. Maybe all this silence is where I belong, where the voice is honest even when it's wrong. They call them stars, but stars burn out. They shine the loudest just before the doubt. If I leave the stage and the applause, I'll still be me without the stars. The piano keeps on playing after everyone has gone. Just a simple melody that knows where I belong. In borrowed dreams and tell us who to be, smiling for the cameras, hiding what they'll never see. Every word is measured, every step is planned, but nobody asks you how it feels to stand forget my name, trying to stay golden while I'm burning in the flame. We're all quiet light in a loud bright sky, trying to shine without asking why. They cheer for the moment, then turn away. Stars fade faster than they say. I've seen mirrors crack from truth they don't wanna hear, so we trade our honest voices for applause and fear. You learn to love the silence after every show. When the room is empty and the lights go low, all the dreams they sold me had a hidden price. I paid it in pieces of my private life. We're all quiet lights in a restless night, trying to glow just enough to survive. They love the picture, not the pain. Stars fall softly, just the same. Maybe real light was never meant to blind. Maybe it lives in the spaces we leave behind. We're still quiet lights when the stage is gone, holding on to what feels true. If the world forgets my name, I'll still sing for you. No curtain call, no borrowed crown, just a simple song before the lights go down. The parties were a blur of sound beneath the paper moon. We learned to move the way they moved and wished the night wouldn't end too soon. The girls with hair like corn, silk spun, they got the golden glance, while others watched from shadowed corners, hoping for a single chance. And all the while the radio played songs of easy grace, a simple lie that beauty was enough to win the race. Oh, at 17 the jokes were cruel, the vulnerability so sharp and clear, a slow dance in the high school gym, the sudden silent tear. We chased magic touch to make the right words flow. The Valentines went unaddressed, the places I wouldn't go. They talked of futures bright and fast, of rings and promises, while I sat back and watched the crowd counting all the emptiness. And time went by, the leaves all turned, the seasons came and went. My teenage angst and awkward phase on quiet moments spent. But the years rolled on and brought the truth, a harsh and sudden light, that the beautiful get lonely too in the cold and silent night. They trade their youthful shimmering for things they can't afford. The loneliness of finding out your simple dreams are ignored. Oh, at 17 the jokes were cruel, the vulnerability so sharp and clear. A slow dance in the high school gym, the sudden silent tear. We chased the myth of beauty and the boys with golden smiles, but the joke's on us, the beauty fades in time over the miles. It's just another lesson learned on this old merry-go-round. Now the lonely feeling isn't just a private curse, it's something shared by everyone, for better or for worse. And the only prize worth winning is the truth you find inside. They tell you where to stand, they tell you what to say. Smile for all the people and quietly fade away. They call it being chosen, they call it being seen, but no one talks about what it does to your dreams. You learn to hear the clapping before it even comes. You measure every feeling, bite your tongue and smile some. You trade a piece of truth for a moment in the sun, and hope when it is over you're still someone. They call them stars shining from afar, but light is lonely when it's all you are. call them stars, names written in the dark. But every bright beginning leaves a mark. You give your heart to be where they are. That's the cost of being stars. Maybe it's not failure to step out of the light. Maybe truth sounds softer when it's not amplified. Maybe all this silence is where I belong, where the voice is honest even when it's wrong. They call them stars, but stars burn out. They shine the loudest just before the doubt. If I leave the stage and the applause, I'll still be me without the stars. The piano keeps on playing after everyone has gone. Just a simple melody that knows where I belong. The manager smiles and hands you the key. Another empty room. They tell you that the standing ovation is worth all the gloom. I watch the posters fade and peel from the walls of the dressing space. They cheered the image that they needed, but they never saw the face. And every time I sing about the joy, my voice begins to crack. Because the truth about this golden road is you can never turn back. And the stars we are only flashes, fragments of the things we sell, burning out so fast, living in a quiet hell. We trade the honest, simple silence for the promise of a name. But the mirror shows a hollow stranger playing a tired, losing game. If I could buy back all the moments, I'd give away the stage and fame. I used to think that reaching the top meant finally being seen, but the spotlight only highlights the lonely life in between. The phone calls that go unanswered, the friends who disappear, the sudden weight of expectation whispering into your ear. And though the music is played loudly for millions far and wide, the only sound that truly matters is the silence deep inside. So many nights spent dreaming of this, now I don't know where I belong. Is the applause for the performer or just for the lovely song? I'm just a woman standing here trying to make the feeling clear that even stars get weary sometimes, wishing they could disappear. And the stars we are only flashes, fragments of the things we sell, burning out so fast, living in a quiet hell. We trade I could buy back all the moments, I'd give away the stage and fame. They told me once that fame would feel like standing in the light, that every word I sang on stage would make the future bright. I practiced lines and polished smiles, rehearsing for the day when the quiet girl who felt alone would finally fly away. But the lights are hot, the applause is loud, and still the silence rings. It's just another tired hotel room and the hollow sound of things. And the stars we see are only flashes, fragments of the past, burning out so fast, the fragile fame that cannot last. We sell our souls for standing ovations and the promise of a name, but the mirror shows a wandering stranger playing a losing game. If I could choose again, I'd take the quiet road, far from the crowd's acclaim. The handwritten fan letters, the flowers on the floor, they see the face behind the music, but they don't see the closing door. The quick goodbye, the lonely flight, the rush to find a meal, the emptiness that fills the space when the feeling isn't real. In every song I sing about heartbreak, it brings the memory home, that even when the whole world hears you, you can still be all alone. So many nights spent dreaming of the place where I belong. Now I stand right in the middle, and the feeling is all wrong. The price of gold and glory is a toll you have to pay for every star that shines so brightly. One fades away today, and the stars we see are only flashes, fragments of the past, burning out so fast, the fragile fame that cannot last. We sell our souls for standing ovations and the promise of a name, but the mirror shows a wandering stranger playing a losing game. If I could choose again, I'd take the quiet road, far from the crowd's acclaim. The magazines promise kingdoms built on beauty and fine lace, but the truth arrived in cheap pink lipstick and a worried, awkward face. We practiced how to laugh just right and how to hold the pose while the popular ones danced effortlessly. Everyone else just froze. The slow dance in the gymnasium felt like a cruel, drawn-out test, hoping that one pair of knowing eyes would finally put you to the rest. Oh, at 17, the vulnerability is sharp and true, chasing golden idols in a world that never gave a clue. We learned the rules of the lonely ones, the girls left by the wall, and the punchline is the fragile kings are set up just to fall. We waited for the thunder, but we only got the slow, soft rain. Paper fortunes promised romance, a love that would never cease, but the only thing that felt eternal was the constant lack of peace. The perfect couple smiled for photos and whispered things so sweet, ignoring all the hungry watchers, shuffling clumsy feet. In time, the silent observer watched us fumble and then grow old, trading youthful fears for older ones, a story often told. But the years bring in a quiet comfort, the wisdom you can't buy, that the ones who always fit the mold were often living a greater life. The real prize wasn't winning hearts, but knowing where your own belonged. A solitary, steady melody, becoming a stronger song. Oh, at 17, the vulnerability is sharp and true, chasing golden idols in a world that never gave a clue. We learned the rules of the lonely ones, the girls left by the wall, and the punchline is the fragile king